Hindi or Urdu version is in description.
Westfield, New Jersey, November 9, 1971. To outsiders, 431 Hillside Avenue was a picture-perfect American dream, a grand Victorian mansion, a successful banker, a devout Lutheran father, a stay-at-home mother, 3 bright children, but the cracks were always there. After his military service, John became an accountant, married Helen Tyler in 1951, a war widow with a child who died young. They eventually had 3 children of their own: Patricia, John Jr., and Frederick. He held respectable jobs, but he struggled to hold jobs long term due to his rigid personality, lack of social skills, and inability to adapt. It was a small family of 6 people: John List, his wife Helen, his mother Alma, and their children Patricia, who was 16 years old, John Jr., 15, and Frederick, 13. John had just lost his job again. He was drowning in debt, hiding it from his family, pretending to go to work every morning while sitting in train stations. Can you imagine walking past your family every day knowing you are living a lie? And then he made a decision not to ask for help, not to come clean, but to kill them. Tuesday, November 9, 1971. It started like a normal day. John List waited for his children to leave for school. Then he walked into the kitchen and shot his wife Helen in the back of her head. Next, he climbed up to the 3rd floor and he murdered his 84-year-old mother Alma. Then he waited. One by one, kids came home from school. Patricia first, then Frederick. Each was shot from behind, but it wasn't over. John Jr., the eldest son, came home last, and he fought back. The autopsy showed that he was shot 10 times. He lined their bodies in the sleeping bags in the ballroom, wrote 5-page confession letter to his pastor, cut himself out of every family photo, turned on the lights, and vanished. For nearly a month, no one noticed. Neighbors thought the family was on vacation. Notes were left at school. Milk and mail deliveries were cancelled. But inside the mansion, the lights burned day and night. Until December 7th, 1971, when police entered and made the grim discovery. The bodies, the confession letter, but no John List. He had driven to JFK Airport, left his car there to mislead investigators, and disappeared. For 18 years he lived among us, a new name, a new life, a second chance after taking 5 others. It was one of the longest running manhunt in FBI's history. And if you have made it this far, take a pause and consider to like the video and subscribing to the channel so that you won't miss out any other video. In 1989, everything changed. America's Most Wanted aired a special broadcast on John murders. A forensic artist created an age-progressed burst of what John might look like after 18 years. And just in 2 weeks, a tip came in. John List was living in Denver, Colorado under the name of Robert Clark. He had remarried, attended church, lived quietly. When the FBI knocked his door, he didn't run. He simply said, "I knew this day would come." He was arrested, tried, and convicted in 1990 for 5 counts of first-degree murders. And even then, he showed little remorse. He claimed he killed his family to save their souls, so they won't fall into the poverty or stop believing in God. They were not victims in his mind. They were his responsibility. John List died in prison in 2008, but his story still haunts us. Not just because of the horror he left behind, but because of how ordinary he seemed. A quiet man, a father, a husband, a man with a faith. It makes you wonder, how well do we really know people around us? Behind some of the calmest faces lie the darkest intentions. John List didn't just kill his family. He lived a lie so long it became lethal. He wore the mask of devoted husband, a faithful person, a responsible provider. But behind it, he was drowning. And instead of reaching out, he chose control. He chose silence. He chose to end it all. Before you move on to the next video, I would like to request one more minute of you. The real tragedy isn't just what he did, it is what he didn't do. He didn't talk to his family. He didn't ask for help. He didn't trust them. And that's the lesson for all of us. If you are struggling financially, emotionally, spiritually, don't carry it alone. Don't put a mask for the people you love while the real you falls apart inside. Because honesty might not solve everything, but silence, it destroys. Drop your thoughts in the comments and also check out our other mysteries as well. The link is in the description.